Happy New Year's Eve. I hope everybody had a good 2025, or at least I think we know that none of us probably did, but we made the most, I think, of what we could as we went along, I would say. I am hoping that next year is going to be better for sure. Oh my God, if it gets worse, I don't know. I don't know what I'll do, guys. Anyways, not much is going on over here. I'm just hanging out, watching TV. I've been watching Euphoria. I don't know if anybody has seen that. I'm sure you have, like years ago, but they're coming back with season 3, so I thought I'd catch up because I don't really remember much. Yeah, it's definitely a lot worse than I thought it was. Or like I look back on, or I don't know, some of it I'm like, whoa. But yeah, like the fentanyl stuff, I'm like, that's not cool. They're making it sound like it was so cool to do. And they know that kids were watching that show. And then there's all these fentanyl deaths. It's kind of like, it's a little weird that they're hyping it almost in a way. But so yeah, anybody have any plans for New Year's? I don't. I don't usually celebrate anymore. I used to when I was younger, but I don't anymore. So, yeah, I don't have any plans. Look at these earrings. Aren't these fucking cool? I can't stop looking at them when I'm doing the live. I'm like, damn, those are so nice. These, and then I got my 22 on. You got to kiss it. I think that was 22. Yeah, I do it 22 times because it's 9:22 right now, right? I think. So yeah, I'm gonna be actually watching probably Jim and Them. It's a cast about 3 guys, 3 really cool guys that they like. We watch Corey Feldman stuff and just talk about them, and it's really funny. It's really great. It's a great time. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, I think it's a really fun channel. Makes me laugh a lot, and they're really nice guys. Like I've talked to them a little bit, and they're pretty cool. I like them. I dig them. Jim's birthday is actually this Saturday, so January 3rd. So happy birthday! Sunset. Wait, I did that really bad. I was like about to do it like Elvis. Sunset Boulevard. No. Sons. I can't even do it. Jim has the best Corey voice. I try to do Corey, but it's just not good. I'm like, hey guys, it's me, Corey Feldman. Why is it taking so long? Who turned off the speaker? No. Anyway, what other channels could I recommend to you? I know I like to do that. Let's see. Oh, there's one with Allie Carter. If you don't know who she is, she has had quite the life. And not in a good way, but she's turning it around, I hope. And she, I think, like deals with this channel. It's called, what is it? God, Sex, and Love, I think it is. God, Sex, Love, and Love. I think they work like in tandem together, but it's a good channel to bring awareness to what's kind of going on in our world. And it's pretty crazy what they did to her. It's horrible. And she like knew Diddy and all kinds of peeps. She was passed around. She could tell you stories. She's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful human being. Like she's been through so much negativity. And she's really risen above it. So I give her so many props. I love Allie. Like Allie, I am always going to be on your side. Fist bump to that, Allie. If you're listening to me, which I hope sometime you are. I love what you're doing, and I will always support it and try to spread it as much as I can, because we really need to protect our children and focus on doing that. They are our future. And we need to lead by example, and we're really kind of not doing that great. We got to like just protect them, please. They're just so innocent. And yeah. Oh, that was a message. Sorry. So yeah, that's a channel. What else? Oh, the Jimmy Dore Show. It's Jimmy and then Dore. He's got a good show. I like to listen to him every once in a while. I like Tim Dillon. Who's the comedian? Well, Tim Robinson. But Jeff Brewster. I should know his name. I watch him all the time. He was in Half Baked with Chappelle. Jim Brewster, I think. Yeah, he's good. I like him. He's funny. Trevor Moore, he's really funny. What else? Trying to think if I can think of any. I don't want to be like thinking on here though, but fuck. Well, Jim and them. Oh, I've been watching a lot of Tezmosis lately. Tezzlmosis. He does a lot of Isaac Happy stuff. He's got a lot of great footage of that like has been scrubbed and somehow, I don't know, it's being brought back again. So that's kind of cool though. Yeah, I mean, I think if you know by like what I'm like, what's the word? Not preference. God damn it, you guys. I'm so stupid. I'm eating some chocolate. Whatever I'm referring to, like you probably could tell, like I'm in a niche of like maybe like 3% of people like that kind of stuff, but give it a chance. You might learn something new from it. You never know. Who else? Decoding Celebrities is a good one. Who else? Hi, welcome. I'm just sitting here eating chocolate right now. Sucking on some chocolate. I can't talk right now. I'm gonna drill. Yeah, so how was everybody's holiday? Did you have a good holiday? What did you get? Anything cool that you wanted? I got a record player. I showed you guys that. I had a video. So it's just right down there actually. And I've been playing it a little bit. I get used to it. I don't usually like use that style, you know. It's been a while. Never actually used it until just now. So, but yeah, I like it. It's old timey feeling. The music, or like the sound of it. Well, that person left. That's fine. Sweet. No. Yeah, so what else is new? I think, did I say that Jesse Wells is nominated for 4 Grammys? 4. I'm thinking he's going to win. I already made a bracelet that says Grammy Boy on it. And it's all in like gold. Here, I'll try to show it if I can. Wait, let me go out a little further. Can you see it? It's like right in the middle there. It's backwards though. But there's the gold. Anyway, yeah, and I put 4 little like heart beads on it for the awards because I didn't really have anything else. So, and then I put a number 4 on there too. So yeah, I'm hoping that he wins all of them. But it's gonna be cool just to like watch and see him be there in the band, and I'm sure his wife will be attending. I'm hoping. But yeah, that'll be such a cool experience. So cool. First time there. 4. He's got best Americana album, I think best song for horses. I don't know. I don't know them actually. That's bad. I should know them, but they're good. Good categories nonetheless. I got zit stickers on right here. Oh my god, that one's really bad. Look at how puffy it is. Woo-wee. All right, sorry guys. I'll go like this to hide it. Anyways, I do want to start on the chapter 4 part of the book for Virginia Giuffre's book, Nobody's Girl. So I'm probably going to start that in a little bit. Nobody's on right now, so it's not going to take my attention away or anything. So I think right now would be a good time. So I'm going to do that. 1 second, let me get it out. It's right here. And I'm going to set my phone up so I can read it. And I got to go in the light over here because I'm going to turn this on. And I'll turn this on too. Sorry, 1 second. I don't want Euphoria playing in the background. Although I'm going to play it to rewatch. Ow! Rewatch that again. All right, we'll try to do this. I got a new phone cover thing, so it might not work. Oh, good, it did. Okay, sweet. Okay, so we're going to do chapter 4, and it's called Less Than Nothing. And it is kind of a longer chapter, so just bear with me. I'll try to read better. Here, let me get a little more situated. Oops, I want to cover that whole. Okay, but I want my 22 showing. 22. All right. Less than nothing. Here I go, you guys. Here I go again on my own. Going down the only road I've ever known. All right, anyway. Oh, another thing before I start. I got these beads in the mail and I'm so mad because I thought they were going to be really cool and they turned out to just be not what I intended. Like I wanted one where there were going to be numbers and letters. They only gave me like fucking a whole thing full of numbers. Like, what am I going to do with that? Put my phone number on there and give them bracelets out. Like, here's my phone number. No, but yeah, so that was disappointing. And then I got these sentence ones because I kind of thought that on my own. I'm like, that'd be cool if they made like beads that had little, just words, like those magnets that you would put on your fridge and you can make sentences out of them, out of the random words. So I thought that'd be cool for beads. Well, they did that. So I ordered them. And then when I got them, they have like they're like interchangeable. So it will say like sweet on one side, and then it will say like friend on the next, like on the flip side. And then like they're all just like different. And then some have the same. So like you have to like, oh my God, it's just ridiculous how they did this. And then they sent me a bag of ones that were in a total different language. Like, so I learned some new language, words, which was cool. But I don't know what I'm going to really use those either. And then they gave me like, GER for Germany, USA for USA, China was CHA, I think. Yeah, just like, those kind of things. Denmark, DEN. So I'm just like trying to think what I could do with those. If anybody has any suggestions, that would be great to hear. Okay? That would be awesome. All right, I'm going to start. And I might have a smoke here and there, but bear with me on that one. I'll get all that together right now so it doesn't get in the way. Oh, I want to show you something else that I got for Christmas in my stocking. Oh yeah, I showed a video of him already, but isn't he so cute? So yeah, I got 2 of my faves. And then if I could just get Pillsbury, I would love it. If anybody finds a Pillsbury Lego, let me know. Or Mindy from Bricks with Friends. If you happen to be watching me at this moment or hear this, Or maybe I'll just call and ask you because you did leave me your number. So yeah, I'll probably do that. Maybe I can just, yeah, you can request, I think, like certain characters. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to do Pillsbury. Anyway, okay, is everybody ready for chapter 4? All right, sorry, I went on a tangent. And I keep looking here. I need to look here. Right here. All right, you guys, I'm going to go. All right, here we go. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, chapter 4 Less Than Nothing. In her novel Black Beauty, which I read and reread as a child, I've never read that, Anna Sewell describes horses like this. We call them dumb animals, and so they are, for they cannot tell us how they feel, but they do not suffer less because they have no words. That's like totally so untrue on so many levels. First of all, they're smart animals, they're not dumb. They can tell how we feel. It's not that they can't. And I'm sure they suffer less. Yeah. I thought a lot about that idea that you can be in pain even if you can't articulate it. When I was small, I loved that Black Beauty was written from the horse's point of view. It took me inside the horse's mind, describing his memories of his mother, a wise old horse, and what she wished for him, a life built on kindness and freedom. That's nice. We need that for sure. Reading that book, I vowed never to cause suffering when I could help it. Just like the story's main character, I wanted to grow up gentle and good, never learning bad ways. That's probably why she got into massage too, because that's why I got into massage. I wanted to make people feel better because I know that it works tremendously in so many ways, and it's so underrated, I think, and I need one. Anyway, what many people don't know about horses is that despite their size and power, they are vulnerable prey animals. They depend on flight, their ability to outrun predators, as their primary means of survival. That requires that they use their well honed intuitions to sense danger in their surroundings. I've described how, from the moment I met my horse Alice, I felt in sync with her. Little did I know that she and I would soon share even more in common, a reliance on wariness and eventually a need to escape. The first signs of trouble came with a few subtle changes to our family routine. First, Skydie started sleeping in my parents' room, leaving me alone each night in the room the two of us had shared. Then my mom, who up to that point had usually run my bath, washed my hair, and gotten me in my PJs each night, stepped back for some reason, and Dad began doing it. Now, once I was ready for bed, Mom would say a quick goodnight, but it was Dad who tucked me in, read me a story, and cuddled me. At first, all that felt normal and good. I loved my dad. He taught me to ride Alice. When I competed in horse shows, which I was learning how to do, he was always my biggest fan. I saw Dad as capable and even invincible. I trusted him. Then, during bath time one night, Dad abruptly told me to stand up. Oh no. Oh, fuck. Trigger warning, trigger warning. We got Stand up. We've got to make sure you're extra clean, he said. The command felt weird to me. I stayed submerged, the soap suds hiding my nakedness. I wasn't sure why I felt embarrassed, but I did. Can Mom come in? I asked. No, Mom's busy, Dad said, impatient. He had a washcloth in his hand. I stood up and he began to soap me all over, spending extra time between my legs. Oh my God, so wrong, so wrong. That night in my room, oh no, Dad touched me in ways nobody had before. He told me I was his special girl, his favorite, and that this was his way of giving me extra love. Oh no. Oh, this is really like, yeah. He used his fingers at, this is not for kids. I should actually change this setting. Kids, get off. I did not know that. I didn't know. He used his fingers at first, then days later his mouth. He called my private parts my TT and his penis his PP. It wasn't long before he asked if I wanted to touch his genitals. I didn't want to, but he wanted me to, and he was my father, so I did. I tried to stop these things from happening. I don't want bedtime stories anymore, I announced one day. I don't want cuddles anymore. I can do bath time by myself. I'm a big girl now. And so the bedtime rituals ended, but the abuse didn't. It one At night in the dark, I'd wait. Dad didn't always come in, but every night, wait, Dad didn't always come in, but every night I feared he would. The door would open a crack, revealing a stripe of light from the hall, and the hinges would creak slightly. I'll always remember that soft squeaking sound. Then Dad would close the door behind him and slip into my twin bed, fondling me, forcing himself on me. For a while, I tried hiding in the tight space under my box spring, but that didn't work. Get out from under there, he'd say, or I'll take Alice away. I couldn't imagine that, so out I'd crawl. Oh, so he got the horse for her to do that, like to use as you know, manipulator, because he knows that she'll do anything for her horse, Alice. That's horrible. I didn't know this happened with her dad. I know she had said, all right, I thought it was her uncle or something. No, they said it in the beginning, didn't they? It was her dad? Yeah, they did. At this point, Mom, once so warm and loving, became cold and remote, at least came to me. I was already a pleaser. Up early, I'd make my bed, trying to help her manage the mayhem of getting 3 kids ready for school. Now I tried even harder to make her love me, offering to go grocery shopping with her, anything to not be left alone with Dad. But Mom seemed unreachable. The whippings with the thorny rose bushes started around this time, and it seemed to me she was drinking more beer. Once I had been her beautiful angel kissed girl, but now she told me a story I'd never heard before. She'd always wonder if I was really her daughter. In the hospital right after my birth, she told me one of the nurses had briefly given her a different baby girl to breastfeed, but the woman soon rushed back in and took that infant away. Maybe I had been switched with another child, she said. Maybe I was just a big mistake. I was confused. Why was Mom mad at me? Did she know what Dad was doing to me? I have a distinct memory of my bedroom door opening slightly one night as Dad did that to me. I heard that squeaking sound again. Was that Mom? Or did I just desperately want it to be her? I didn't see her face. Could she have seen Dad under the covers with me? The door slowly closed again. I began to get painful urinary tract infections. Mom took me to the doctor again and again. The nurses were mystified. After one examination, a doctor told my mother that my hymen had been broken. My mother didn't hesitate. Oh, she rides horses bareback, she explained. That was the end of that. I didn't even know what a hymen was. Can that even happen? Riding bareback? And that, no. Anyways, my infections were so severe at the time that I couldn't hold my urine. Mortified, I started tying a sweater around my waist at school so that when I sat down, the sweater would absorb what leaked out. The other kids recognized the smell and where it was coming from, though, and nicknamed me Pea Girl. At home, Mom flew into a rage whenever she found my wet underwear, beating my bottom until it stung. So I tried to hide the soiled clothes, and God forbid the sheets when I wet the bed. They stank so she'd always find them, but I figured getting a single beating for a pile of dirty laundry it was better than getting beat one pair at a time. Around this time, Danny was sent away to a Baptist reform school in Washington State. Dad then changed up his tactics, doing what he wanted to me more obviously, not just in the middle of the night. If Mom was out, he would molest me in the afternoon, promise me that afterward we'd put on a movie. He loved scary films best, make some popcorn, and stay up late together. By mixing his sick behavior with cozy bonding, he normalized it, at least partly. I still hated what Dad did to me, but I began to bargain with myself. Just get the icky part over with so the good parts of life can go on. Then something happened that made sure life had no more good parts. Oh, Forrest, that's the guy that I was thinking of. Forrest was a friend of my father's. He was tall and muscular with a military bearing, and he had a tattoo on his chest. I knew this because he liked to show off his physique at the pool and beer parties our two families began having together. Suddenly, Forrest, who had his own landscaping business, was around our house a lot. My dad encouraged Skidey and me to call him Uncle Forrest and told me to befriend his stepdaughter, Sheila, which I was happy to do. She was 16, 9 years older than me, so I thought she was the epitome of cool. but she could seem distant sometimes too. I later found out why. One night, Mom and Dad and I were out on our porch with Forrest, Sheila, and Sheila's mom. I've corresponded with Sheila about this recently, and she remembers this too. We think our little brothers were playing somewhere inside the house when our parents, who were drinking beer as usual, began joking around about how naughty Sheila and I were. Either my dad or Forrest then suggested that they trade us for a night. I recall Forrest glancing at my father and saying something about a backwards sleepover. Jenna can come sleep at our house and Sheila can sleep here. I didn't know it then, but by this point, Forrest had been sexually abusing Sheila for 2 years. Since Sheila and I had reconnected, she told me she was never traded to my dad for him to abuse. I wasn't so fortunate. I'll never know the exact date I was first left with Forrest. I do remember that it was my father's permission. I recall being in a bathtub. I've always thought it was in Forrest and his wife's home, but Sheila wonders if it may have been in one of the empty vacation homes whose lawns Forrest was paid to tend. Forrest walked into the bathroom. I told him I wanted to bathe myself, but he wouldn't leave. He sat on the toilet next to me and acted as if it were the most natural thing in the world. A grown man scrubbing the naked body of someone else's young daughter. We got to wash you good, you dirty girl. Ew, he said. That time, Forrest did things to me that my father had done, and other things my father had not. When he, I don't even want to read this, you guys. This is so hard. When he put his fingers inside me like my dad did, Forrest narrated his actions out loud. I think you could. Oh my God, you guys! I think you can take another finger, he said, implying that was a good thing. His chest was shaved, and he wanted me to admire its smoothness. Touch my muscles, he commanded. Tell me how big they are. Forrest lay on top of me, crushing me. He tried to kiss me, but I turned my face away. When he put his mouth down, I don't even know if I should even be reading this anymore. Like, is this against like rules? I would think it would be. This is really like, yeah. I think I might just stop and maybe I'll read these ahead of time so I know what I'm getting myself into. Because, well, I don't, yeah. I'll just read like the last bit of this chapter. In Charlotte's Web, a lamb tells Wilbur that pigs mean less than nothing to her. Wilbur is outraged and argues there's no such thing. Nothing is absolutely the limit of nothingness, he protests. It's the lowest you can go. If there was something that was less than nothing, then nothing would not be nothing. It would be something, even though it's just very little bit of something. Every night, yeah, let's just leave it there. That's good. Wow, I did not know it was going to be like that in detail, of that. So yeah, I need to probably better myself for myself even too, I think. I think I am actually triggered and that's why I need to stop. So yeah, I should probably end soon anyway. I just wanted to just hop on here, I was going to read the book, but I got triggered, you guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, I probably am gonna get going. So I hope you all have a good, happy new year. Listen to Jessie Wells' new song. It's called Masks Off. It's really fucking good. I'll probably listen to it a little bit later tonight again. I've been like listening to it on repeat. It's really good. He's like, so yeah, nails it again. So yeah, I wish everybody a really good happy new year and I will talk to you in 2026. Hopefully it's a good one. Let's pray it is because yeah, we can't go backwards, okay? Only forwards, peeps. Only forwards. All right. I love you all. I wish you all the best, kindness, and I hope that I just hope that you guys have a good New Year's, have a good night, and I love you. Yeah, I'll talk to you soon, okay? Otherwise, I'll be doing my shorts like I normally do. Yeah. And I'm gonna change the settings for this is not made for kids, because I never know which one you pick for that. Because one of them I think is like no comments, and one of them is, and then I want to say like I don't see a live on here at all. Like nobody has written anything to me, so I'm just wondering if let me this a sec. Top fans. All right. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. If anybody can tell me that, that'd be great. Otherwise, I could probably Google it myself and find out, but I just like never even can remember it, and it's always backwards to me. So I did the wrong thing. I will definitely change that though. Okay. So, all right. Love you. Peace. Bye.